Hey guys, Happy New Year! This is my first awesome recipe for a cake icing of the year. It is my favorite, and I know somebody else's favorite. Peanut butter. Peanut butter piping delicious buttercream. Goes great either on vanilla cake or chocolate cake. And I've got actually 4 scratch-made chocolate layers. I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to dedicate this to a nice young man, Jake Morrow from Texas. He fixed his very first cake. He cooked it in the microwave and did a peanut butter icing, and I was so proud of him. He did a great job on his first live. So Jake, this one's for you, buddy. Let's see if you like it. Now, because I'm doing a regular layer cake, I actually baked 2 layers and I've split them. So I've got 4 layers of this really moist, delicious, rich fudge cake. I've got probably about 10 Reese's cups that I have halved. They're going to go with the decoration, so we're going to put them to the side. Now, if you were making a baked 9 by 13 cake in a pan, you would half this recipe. But since I need icing for 4 layers, we're going to do a full recipe. So this is 2 boxes or either 2 pounds of confectioner sugar, 10x sugar. And for the delicious, smooth peanut butter, I have a 1.5 cups of Jif Creamy. I'm going to use a teaspoon of a really good Madagascar bourbon vanilla, 2 sticks of butter, and they're softened. And also we're going to use a little bit of heavy whipping cream to get the consistency right. So let's get started by creaming this butter. Anytime you're starting out with a buttercream, you're going to want to cream the room temperature butter at least for about 2 minutes until it's creamy and smooth. I just finished creaming that butter, and I'm going to scrape it down, but first I'm going to put the peanut butter in it. Now, for a single recipe, we'd be working with 1 stick of butter softened and 3/4 cup of peanut butter. But I'm doubling this recipe, so this is 2 sticks of butter creamed and a 1.5 cups of creamy Jif. Always remember to scrape down your sides. Even if you're using a mixing bowl and a handheld mixer, you still need to scrape the bottom and the sides so everything will blend well together. Don't forget to scrape the beater as well. And we're going to blend until you can't differentiate between the peanut butter and the actual butter. So you don't want to be able to see any yellow left of the regular butter. So let's go for another 2 minutes on medium speed. And I stopped to scrape it again. I'm going to go ahead and add a teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm just going to add a splash of whipping cream. This is probably no more than 2 or 3 tablespoons. Go ahead and get it loose enough to accept the powdered sugar. Now, do you see how smooth and together everything is? You can't tell the separate ingredients. Now we're going to add 1 box, or it would be 1 pound of powdered sugar, and we're going to save the other box or the other pound if you're using bag like I am. Now, I'm going to show you this trick. This is my little trick for incorporating wet to dry ingredients. You pulse it with your mixer. So if you were using a handheld mixer, or if you were mixing this by hand, you just go slowly, because you don't want a cloud of, whipping of powdered sugar to go everywhere. Now, you're going to hear a strain on that motor. That means it needs some more liquid. So, always shake up your whipping cream. We're going to probably add another 2 tablespoons. Now, we've still got another pound of sugar to add. So, we're going to add another couple of tablespoons. probably all told this is going to be a half a cup of whipping cream, but I just add a little bit at the time because you can always add more. You can't take away from. So, a little bit more, and then we're going to add that sugar. Okay, let's add the other pound of sugar, and then we're going to be in business. Okay, guys, we put the rest of the powdered sugar, so that's 2 pounds of powdered sugar in there now. Do you see how it poofs up if you go too fast too soon? I'm telling you, this method works. If you start and stop, start and stop. Now, it's kind of getting in a bind again. We're going to add a little bit more whipping cream, just about a tablespoon at a time. Now, we're going to talk about consistency. We want this to be able to spread. Consistency in an icing, you want it to be able to spread, but you don't want it to be too hard to where, see, this is not soft enough to suit me. We're going to have to add a little bit more whipping cream. So, let's keep going. Just keep going. There we go. And this is when I think it helps to see a recipe, not just list the ingredients, because it doesn't always work out exactly to the amount that ingredients say. Sometimes you have to give and take. Do you see how that icing is moving better, going with the beater? And you can see it's leaving a trail. Add just a teeny tad more. I think that's going to do it. Yep. We're going to scrape it one more time and about another 30 seconds, and then we're going to ice this cake. Here we go with the final spin. About 30 seconds. And there we have delicious peanut butter icing that I'd put up against anybody's. Can you see how that spreads so smooth and silky? That's what you want. I've got a little small offset spatula that you can spread it with. But I'm going to put it in a piping bag with a big star tip. I have put the icing in a piping bag and put about 2 cups of icing. This is tip 1M, a Wilton tip 1N. I cut it to leave the piping bag over 3/4 of a cup, but make sure it clears the star area. And I just put a little dollop to hold the first layer. And we're going to put that down. It's a cake. You start with a dollop in the middle and do like a bullseye. If you need a turntable or any of these things, look in the description. Besides the recipe, I've also got some links to places you can get them. Then at that point, you just go back and forth from the edge to the middle, from the edge to the middle. And you can get an even layer of icing. That's why I like using the piping bag. There we go. Ready for the next layer. I always put the cut side down, and the smooth side is to icing. Now, you just complete all 4 layers, and then I start using a squiggly back and forth pattern, and it goes all the way around the cake, and that way we have a beautiful iced peanut butter cake. And it's simple, it's not hard, and you guys can do this. Now, to complete the pretty pattern on top, I just alternate swirls on the opposite sides and put 2 in the middle. And then what I'm going to do is take the split Reese's peanut butter cups and put them in the middle to put a decorative, just a decorative piece to it. And also it's tasty because who doesn't like Reese's cups? What do y'all think? If there's any little spots or any kind of crumbs or anything, you can just flick them off the bottom of the table. But anyway, you can use just strokes with your offset spatula and do this on a 9x13 cake and add the Reese's for decoration. But there you are, y'all. That peanut butter icing is luscious, creamy, delicious, and oh my gosh, yes. Yes, 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 to peanut butter icing. So Jake Morrow, as you start your Thursday night lives, cooking with Jake or Jake Bakes, whatever you decide to call it, you need to try this peanut butter icing. I don't know that you'll have any left to put on that cake. No microwaving required, just saying. Mwah! I'd love to adopt you, young man. Give my best to your friends and family and give all the Morrows a hug for me. And I'm praying for Gigi. God bless you all. Bye-bye. To learn more about the I'm a Survivor Sanctuary and all of the Morrow Farms, people that I love to follow and watch on their YouTube channels, I have about 5 of them. But look into the description and I have the link for them all, including Jake's. I admire Jake, and I'm serious. I would adopt him in a minute, but he's got great parents. Y'all take care. God bless. Bye-bye.